Welcome to the Grizzled Geek. Does it hold up? I'm Mike.
I'm Kirsten.
I'm Doug.
And this week we're watching Stargate.
Yes.
In our podcast, we talked about some of the awesome 90s shows. We talked about Stargate SG1.
Yeah.
Got us talking about the original Stargate movie. Now, just a little later, it's early 90s, not 80s, but it's still a while back. And I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
But I remember loving it. Obviously, I loved it enough to, follow the series and the spin-off series for the movie. But the original movie was great. I mean, Kurt Russell. Pretty much, I love anything with Kurt Russell in it, but this was actually a really good one on top of that, too.
I think so.
James Spader.
Yeah. This is really early in his career, and I don't think he had quite hit his stride, because acting-wise, I don't think he's on the same plane.
Really?
In this
you like
movie.
Daniel in this?
Oh, I do. I just don't. He's a little, and I guess his character is supposed to be awkward, so...
Yeah, I think...
we'll see. From my memory, he just didn't seem quite on the same level, as Kurt Russell, but...
Well, no one's on the same level as Kurt Russell.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, come on now.
But anyways, so now, full disclosure, this thing plays, a lot, especially, during holidays and stuff. I have seen bits and pieces of this over the last couple of years. I don't think I've sat down and watched the whole movie, but I've seen, oh, here's the part where they're fighting, or here's the part where,
Yeah,
so...
I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, and while I pretty much remember the plot for the most part, I mean, it'll be good to see it again. I haven't seen it in quite a while. Now, Kirsten, have you seen Stargate?
I've not seen any of Stargate.
Any of the Stargate? None of the series or any of that?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about it? Oh, actually, were you the one to ask us whether it was Battlestar or Stargate were the same thing?
Yeah. Which one is the different one? Because
Yes.
I always mesh them together. They're the same thing in my head when I think about them.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen them, so.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Am I going to be able to watch this movie and understand what's going on, or do I need to know any context about the show itself to
No,
understand?
this happened first.
Okay.
The show sprang from this movie.
Sure. Okay.
So, in fact, if you're going to watch the show eventually, you would want to have seen this movie first.
Okay.
So this is the first story, even though they're completely recast. Although I think the first
the
season,
two of the guys who survived,
Kowalski was in the series for a little bit.
The first one, yeah.
And the kid on the planet was the kid, and his girlfriend was in the first episode of the series.
Yeah.
The only people that replaced Daniel and replaced James Spader with the guy who played Hawkman on Smallville.
I don't remember.
So the only thing I remember.
He was in Burn Notice too.
He was in Burn Notice, yeah. So he's actually a good actor too. If I can remember his name. Sorry, we don't do research on this show, as we know. And then Kurt Russell was replaced by MacGyver.
Right.
Again.
Richard Dean Anderson.
Richard Dean Anderson, yes. Which wasn't bad. I mean, like I said, Richard Dean Anderson was awesome in the series.
Yeah.
He's no Kurt Russell, but no one is. So, I got a man crush on Kurt Russell, all right?
He does, apparently.
Kurt Russell's awesome.
Undisclosed until this point.
His eyes are dreamy. All right. So, Stargate. Like I said, I remember most of it, but I'm going to, I'll probably be surprised by some of the shit.
Yeah.
So we're going to watch it. We're going to come back and tell you what we thought of it. And, we'll see if it holds up.
Cool.
All right.
I don't think I can do that. I think I can
Go through the Stargate?
yeah, not the first, definitely.
I think I can do it. I think super eager.
I'd be curious. I don't know.
Well, there's a specific reason they picked him.
Yeah, there is. You said you would freaking go into the room that appeared in that house out of nowhere. That's true. This is way easier to say, okay, yeah, I could go through that. Because at least this is based on science. That's true. Not some mystic mumbo jumbo like, a room appeared in my house where the outside should be.
Okay, we're back having watched Stargate. We've watched the director's cut of Stargate, a movie that before. Apparently I owned and never saw.
That was the best part.
I'm like, I don't remember this part.
This is the director's cut? This is my movie.
Oh, no, I own this movie. How have I
I've
not
never
seen
this.
Yeah. Lots. It was like a great extra added scenes, so
it
was
about
a treat.
15 minutes or so, it seemed like, of extra stuff.
Yeah. So long we didn't get to watch Ruby tonight, which I'm a little upset about. But it was good. I mean, I don't know. I will say I'll start off. I think this movie held up.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, it got me so excited, I want to go back and watch Stargate SG1 in the series now.
Yeah, and Atlantis and Stargate Universe. I want to watch them all in order now.
I'm good with SG1. But, yeah, I
you need to give Atlantis another try. It really is pretty good.
I guess. But we're not talking about Atlantis right now. We're talking about the Stargate movie with the hunky Kurt Russell. Those eyes.
You know what? We forgot to see who plays not Daniel, the two guys who continue. Well, no, the only one of them continues.
Kowalski continues. They recast.
They
the other
recast the other guy. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
Never mind.
All right, Kirsten. This is your first time seeing this movie. What's your impression?
Oh my god. Okay. I'll start out by saying it was a good movie. I enjoyed watching it. It was fun. It was a story I've not seen before, so it was a good movie. But there were some infuriating moments that I just, like, why? Why is this happening? And I guess we were talking a little bit before about it. I think I'm spoiled now. Where, as you were saying, with current movies, we have advisors for particular things. So if we're doing a movie in a different world, someone may speak with a biologist to hypothesize what would these creatures look like and how would they behave, eat, blah, 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 blah. So I don't think there was anything like that in this at all. So there was a lot of like, why isn't the military guys holding up in the building where all of their sides would be protected and all they'd have to do is protect one entry point? Or like
camp out in the sand.
Yeah. Just like little thing, like when they're in the fight, why are they separating? Why aren't they not all back to back and waiting for the enemy to come present themselves to them?
When you see one get taken out.
Yeah. Why didn't they all huddle up? Well, I mean, clearly nowadays we have military advisors who advise on tactics and what back then you just had like whatever nerds were writing this. Guessing like
And I love they keep cocking their guns. Cycle the chamber. Do it again. You're like, why are you doing that?
They're like, he just get MP5 and he cocked it 3 times before he actually shot it.
One of my favorite.
I hear a noise. Like, why are you wasting rounds? You're just like ejecting them out in the. But
one of my favorite parts was him pulling out the gun. Like the boy tries to take the gun, and he was like, "No, dangerous!" and points the gun after him.
You can shoot yourself with it like this. Like I say, one of the extra scenes that's in the director's cut that wasn't in the original is when the sandstorm's coming, and they think they're getting trying to shut the gate, and they think they're trying to block them in, so they attack the villagers and like shoot at them. Like I don't remember them shooting at them, but I was like.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was.
I'm sure that wasn't in the movie before.
Yeah.
But there was like this. In fact, there wasn't even any resistance in the movie. It was like, oh, they're shutting the gates because of the sandstorm. Yeah. And then the next scene is them eating the big lizard thing. But
the chicken lizard.
The chicken lizard. It all tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken. Although I've heard that about rattlesnakes, so maybe it just
a little chewier.
An alligator and pretty much any other.
Yeah.
Lizard.
Yeah.
Lizard thing.
Yeah.
Well, they were dinosaurs, so.
Guess that's true.
There you go.
They all taste like dinosaur.
They all taste like dinosaur. Dinosaur is delicious.
What we actually know as chicken tastes like dinosaur.
That's true.
So now I can eat chicken and say, tastes like dinosaur.
I remember watching it when I was younger. Because this movie came out, we weren't quite...
We were in college.
We were in college, when this movie came out. I remember thinking, that lizard looks good. I'll try that. I'd eat that lizard. But all right, so what we all enjoyed the movie. It sounds like
definitely,
there were a few things glaring. I mean, obviously, early '90s.
Sure.
And with the kind of budget, this was a very modestly budgeted movie, right? Not a big blockbuster. I mean, it's kind of. I might remember this movie came out of nowhere. Right?
Yeah. Yes. I don't think I saw this in the theaters. I'm not positive about that.
I did, because I remember the trailer was very mysterious, right? I'm like, this was like Egyptian aliens or something like that, or I didn't know, I didn't know exactly what was going on with it. So I was curious. I went and saw it. It wasn't like, I'm curious to see how it did in the theaters, because I don't remember it. You were like in and out. Not a whole lot of people saw it in the theaters.
Well, good enough for them to decide they needed to make a series out of it.
Yeah,
right?
it got a life with. Back then, video was a big thing. So when it came out on video or DVD afterwards, there was that was a big thing. Everyone bought the DVDs, and nowadays it's all digital stuff now.
Yeah.
But back in the 90s, DVDs were the big thing, right? So if you missed it in the theaters, everyone went out and bought the DVDs. There was still DVD rental stores in the 90s. Mm-hmm. So it got a second life on DVD. So, but yeah, it was good. All right, let's talk Kurt Russell. Is my favorite. I'm gonna talk Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell is Mike's Rock.
Yeah, Doug's Rock. Yeah, what Doug likes about the Rock, Kurt Russell for me, a man crush. But yeah, no, I love Kurt Russell and everything he does. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, he did good. He started off a little stone-faced, and I think that was supposed to be his character, but it didn't exactly translate that well. It just seemed like kind of stilted, and then he slowly got moving with the character and got a little more into it seemed. But yeah, the first few scenes with him were a little clunky, but then it was, as he got rolling, he got really good. Right. And then by the end of the end fight he has is, full on.
They do kind of hit you over the head with his suicidal side.
Right
off the beginning. When you first see him, he's like holding a gun in his dead kid's room.
Yep.
That's a kid.
Looking Jack Burton.
Yeah. Exactly.
Long hair, scruffy.
It's, I don't know, it felt like forced character creation, I guess, because like you have nothing to go on before all of a sudden you've got this character and he wants to kill himself. And why? Oh, because his kid killed himself on accident with a gun. Yeah. And then you're like, okay, so I'm supposed to care because it's a kid, or like, how am I tied to this guy? And then he goes in and he's not a very likable guy. He's taking over this operation. There's just not a whole lot to like about the guy until
he freaks out when these other kids get guns.
Yeah.
Like, no. Even when they rise up to help him and they save him,
Yeah.
It's like, take the guns away from them. They're gonna hurt themselves. Come on. But when he starts fighting, Anubis and the other gods, he's
Well, I feel like he's had time to develop by then, because through the movie he's had these new experiences, so he's able to develop what the character should be like at this point. Yeah. So then you've got like an actual character by the end of the movie where you're like, oh, okay, this guy's an all right guy, and I feel bad for him, and I hope things go his way.
Right.
All right, Daniel. So what do we think of James Spader, everyone's favorite 80s bad guy from 80s teen movies? He was always the pop color douchebag in every 80s.
Yeah, that's funny because I don't remember him in any.
You don't remember him?
Now, here's the thing: other than Breakfast Club and Better Off Dead, I didn't really care about the 80s teen movies. I was like, man, whatever. So, but anyways, yeah.
I don't even know who you are, Doug. You worship at the foot of John Hughes.
I do not. But yeah, he was cool. It was apparently, remember I said earlier, I was like, oh, he seemed kind of awkward and whatever in his role. Now that it comes off as like he was supposed to be that way. He's socially awkward. Yeah. He's got all of these whacked out weird theories and he can't communicate them very well.
Aliens.
Yeah, aliens. Who built the pyramids? I don't know.
Yeah, he stopped himself from saying aliens. What do you think of him, Kirsten?
He was awesome. He was my favorite character. He had the most character development. I felt I could live through him, where he was able to actualize his theories, and
You got the girl at the end.
That was a little weird. I don't think I really supported that, but he's living his dream, and that's all that matters.
That's right. Okay, so Daniel, was a little weird, the whole romantic thing with the, you know, he found the one non-dirty, you know, the blue-eyed non-dirty woman everyone else was covered in muck. She's like the only clean one.
To be fair, she is the daughter of the Sultan or whatever he is.
I guess that's true, but
he's dirty.
And if you were, while they were walking back, she was checking out Daniel the whole time. Mm-hmm. Like she knew what was going to happen when they got back there. Like, what do I think of this guy?
Got it.
So I don't know that for sure, but it
like
seemed
when,
like that could have.
When the messenger of the god Ra comes to you, you think, what is my dad gonna do? Obviously, he's gonna offer me up to it.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna offer my hand in marriage.
Right.
I guess that was standard back then, or
Yeah.
over there in that culture.
Maybe. Yeah.
Who knows? But if I was Daniel, I would have stayed too. I mean, they point out he's got nothing to go back to. In the movie, they point out that he's homeless.
He's homeless.
He's homeless. He lost his house.
He's lost his grant.
Yeah, and the only thing he has got going for him is his theory that he's correct on, but he can't tell anybody because it's a secret government secret.
But unlikely that the government isn't going to take care of him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the government will take care of him, but
they're going to take care of him.
Yeah. You want to live in the government silo or hang on a desert planet with your with the princess or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like, I don't know, I think he did the right choice.
Option B.
Yeah. Okay, besides the two main characters, there's a bunch of secondary characters like the kid, Kowalski, I guess the leader of the people. So who stood out was also like the little slow kid, with the big teeth.
Yeah.
What? Who stood out for you guys? Kirsten, any secondary characters?
The girl who ends up being the wife.
Oh yeah, sure.
I liked her, and I liked that she found some secret tomb and she knew the meanings behind the words. So clearly, she's had some history back in there. So I like that she had some sort of.
She was drawing the symbols, even though we knew it was illegal. So.
Right.
Yeah.
She was more than just eye candy, and I liked that she was more than that.
Well, yeah, she taught Daniel how to speak the language.
Yeah.
Where he just had the general idea of, it's ancient Egyptian. This is how we kind of pronounce it.
Right. Yeah.
And
We
she
never heard
fixed
it
it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
What about you, Doug? Any favorites? Any standouts?
What's funny is I paid more attention to the rest of the team, but not their names, unfortunately. And the technician guy, the black guy who was their technician guy, he did a lot more than I remembered. He was way more pivotal than I had remembered him being. Yeah. So it was cool. It was cool this time around paying attention to the background team members and not just the main 2 or 3 guys.
Right.
So
all the ones that died that they didn't try and save up in the Yeah.
Tried to save them all. They just hey.
Hey, you only got one dunk in the regeneration tank and Big Shuri, there we go.
Well, you only had 7 minutes.
That's true. I only had 7 minutes for the bomb.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd be so pissed. He's the only one that can activate the Stargate and he leaves. Yeah. I'm like, Yeah, I mean, I liked the kids. I think the kids were cool. I mean, obviously they're the ones that sparked the rebellion.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're funny.
And they're funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cool. I mean, like I said, there isn't a huge cast for this. What do we think of the bad guy?
There's a huge cast.
There is a huge cast, but there's
not a lot of main characters.
Yeah. What do we think of the bad guy?
It's kind of creepy.
He's kind of creepy.
I couldn't tell if it was a he or a she.
Well, he played the girl in the Crying Game. You ever seen the Crying Game?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to get into the Crying Game here, but basically, he poses as a girl. So the guy ends up marrying, and you find out that he's a guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Freaks out. Anyway, 80s movie, Crying Game. I don't know. But, yeah, so it's the same kid. It's the same kid that plays him, so he's kind of got that look,
Very androgynous.
Yeah, androgynous look. But, which was kind of creepy. Yeah, he was creepy.
And his court of little kids, scantily clad.
Yeah, little I mean, yeah, exactly. I'm like, those kids need to put on some clothes. Run around the pyramid, half naked.
Yeah.
But, no, he was creepy. And he was like, and now, I'm going to point this out, in the movie, he looks like a gray alien, your typical gray alien, big-eyed gray alien, which in the series are like the Asgardians. What
They're
they look
good
like.
guys,
They're the good guys. And the actual...
spoiler.
Yeah, Goa'uld, which are what he was, are actually like slugs. right?
Yeah, well, they
Parasites.
inhabit other bodies, but yeah.
Yeah, they inhabit other bodies, but they're inside their slugs.
I mean, it's possible that the last body he inhabited was a gray body. So
That's what we were talking about, possibly. But at the end, when he dies, he turns back into
He turns back into he turns back into the gray alien.
Sure.
So
yeah. Who knows? Maybe he's a rogue Asgardian from the series. But anyway, that's a different thing. The series is totally different. But I will say this movie got me excited. I want to see the series, watch the series again.
Yeah.
So.
Because this series, I mean, this is a good movie. Definitely recommend going and seeing this movie. But the series plays more into what we were talking about, where it's obvious they had military advisors telling them how this things would work. They thought about the technology a lot more, about how would this really work?
Right.
What's the practical nature of all of this stuff. So it's everything that happens in the series makes a lot more sense than some of the stuff that happens in the movie, because they had a budget and a chance to explain everything as they went along. Why is this like this? Why does the technology work that way? What's up with this metal and things like that.
Right.
So.
What gets me is that all the military guys who were surprised at the fact they brought a bomb with them to blow it up. Like, come on, that surprised anybody? I'm like, it's U.S. military, and they're going to this alien planet. Of course, they're going to take a bomb and blow up the gate if they need to. That's the whole point. I mean, I would have totally expected, like, oh, of course there's a bomb. But they're all surprised, like, you brought a bomb?
Right.
Yeah, of course he did. And of course the government rigged it so it wouldn't shut off.
Right.
They want him backing out.
Right.
He's going to blow up the...
I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Too late.
Too late. So that made total sense to me. But all in all, I really liked the movie. It was, like I said, it wasn't like super big budget, with crazy special effects. But it was neat. I like the whole Egyptian. I mean, I'm a big fan of like ancient Egypt and and all that stuff, like ancient aliens kind of stories and stuff like that. So this really hit that wheelhouse for me. And like I said, it expanded into the series, which I really liked. So we suggest that maybe we'll do a review of the series one day.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
That'd be great.
All in all, I think it held up. In my opinion, I think it was just as good as it was when I watched it. Doug, what do you rate the movie?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Wow. Kirsten?
I would say probably a 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, it was.
The parts that bugged her really bugged her.
Yeah,
Wow.
they really. I mean, it was a decent movie, but it was a little broken up in story. It was kind of all over the place. It was a good story. I would recommend to other people watching it, but I probably won't rewatch it.
Wow. Okay. So I've never rated a Kurt Russell movie below 7, so I'm going to have to go 7.4 on this one.
7.4. Because I don't like round.
Because I don't like, exactly 7.4. Not 7.5 quite. But no, it was. I like the movie. It is a little dated, like special effects wise, like you said. I think we're a little spoiled now with the movies making far more sense now, or like having all the advisors in different areas, so the writing makes a lot more sense now to us.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was like, this is sweet.
But for the sheer fact that it led to Stargate SG1 makes it even more awesome than it actually is.
There you have it, folks. A recommend for Stargate, the movie.
It's our second in a row.
Yeah,
2 holds up.
2 that held up. Are we
Fingers crossed.
Start of a streak?
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. We'll be back.
2-2. Tune in next time to see if the tiebreaker.
Exactly. Well, hopefully we'll be back in a month with another movie from mine and Doug's past that we subject Kirsten to.
Probably be 2 months. It's with the holidays coming up, we may not be able to work one in the Christmas time, but we'll see.
According to our schedule, we got one.
Well, we'll see.
Doug doesn't believe we have a production schedule.
Yeah.
Doug only partially believes in the production schedule, but well, hopefully we'll have a movie, another one we come up with soon. Maybe a month, maybe 2. We'll see. But thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. We really appreciate you watching this series. Hope you enjoy it. Please leave a comment down below. We love hearing from you guys. So make suggestions, because we're always trying to figure out what movie we want to watch next. So tell us what you think we should watch. Remember, it's got to be something 80s, 90s, somewhere around there.
And not automatically good.
Not mainstream, stuff that we know that's good. Obviously, Star Wars is good or something like that. So something kind of off-kilter a little bit, some of the smaller movies. And we'll check it out and tell you whether it holds up or not. That way, we'll watch it so you don't have to. All right, thanks, guys. If you want to support the channel, there's a link to our Patreon down below, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.